Welcome to the Benz Nightshow. It's the 5th of November 2020. We are now on our 34th episode number 34, episode number 24. And I hope okay mo rin ha. I hope klaro atong audio, I hope klaro atong video, I hope nindot atong background. Samtang di mo malingaw sa atong conversation, malingaw mo sa background. And November 4, November 5, second day na ron makaigsunan sa election sa United States. Wapay clear winner. Wapay clear winner makaigsunan nga. No, mapaman sila clear winner eh. Wapay clear winner sa United States. In the meantime, atong mga headlines, tanawa diri sa atong ubos. And I hope maka-join sa muna ko sa atong chat room. Please go to YouTube, Facebook, like, subscribe, comment para mabasa na ko yung comment. Shout out dito sa masilingan. Yan, amin na ito ron. Okay. GT screen. Okay. Right, so I hope nindot atong background. Okay, welcome. So, nga sa atong update sa COVID-19. Nga, mag-update mo to sa COVID-19 atong background sa COVID. Background sa COVID sa mura na kita sine na ni. Lupi pa sine na to eh. Oh. Awara. Oh God. Samtang wata sa data makaigsunan, we will data sa atong data nga sa asaraman ka. Okay. Okay, kinirabang atong instructor ba na atong production ba ha? Asaraman ka. Window capture window dira. Okay, no na day. All right, so welcome sa atong updates sa nagtingog naman itong microphone wala. Tarungan ni ay. Nagtingog mo na gini anong status diri off man. On. Okay. So atong stable wa man matugol. Alright, sa atong update sa makaigsunan ato na siyang as usual ato siyang kuluran. Alright, so 48 million cases 48 million cases samantani ay 48 million cases worldwide. That's 48,215,732, and we are now expecting the actual cases to have been 482 million cases. Kay times 10 man na magiging times 10 cases. O ang namatay officially, ang na-recorded lang. Okay, ang na-recorded lang is 1,227,096. Grabe. 1,227,096. Worldwide, 1.2 million namatay in just 4, 5, 6 months throughout the world from a single illness. How fragile is the human species? The human species Very fragile. Virus na kamatyan na to. Alright, so 8 million sa United States nga nag-election nga pamahuman. So sentro sa mapa na diri US man siya. Man center sa when you click on it ang imo pa center sa mapa. So ato nang highlight na diri. Mo na siya center diri dapit. Kani nga center diri mo po na i-highlight sa asa dapit ng area nga ibisitahan. United States 9,488,875 9,488,875 or 9.5 million cases in the United States, despite the fact that they are the most advanced nation in terms of technology and medicine. Pero ang mga tao, di man pa to. So, the deaths in the United States, unthinkable, unimaginable, unfathomable, 233,734 cases. 233,000. Madungagan pag yun siya another 200,000. So, mahimo ng almost 450,000 by the end of January. Ito sa Pilipinas nga unbelievable sad. Kapalpakan. Despite the human lockdown, the economic lockdown, the transportation lockdown, the most difficult lockdown in the world, ang Philippines, 389,725 cases already. Sa Mayo, 5,000 pa ni 8,000 cases. Global deaths, 7,409. So, ang kuano, tanawar ko ning saluyo na ko, ang Pilipinas, ning peak wetas August. Karon, ang cases karon 976. Kagahapon, 1,761. The previous day, sa November 1, November 2 na to. November 1 sa US, 2,384. Biggest single day, magkaigsunan sa August 10, 6,725. Ang daily death sa Pilipinas, ang namatay karon 49, nagdaghanag yapon namatay na. Yesterday 49, karon sad 49, previous day 31, ang highest in a single day, September 14, 259 dead in the Philippines. Okay. Next ita. Alright, so ngarita sa Japan. Ang atong silingan nga Japan, 104,929 cases. Send ka ng center sa ilo nga na mo automatic mo center sa nga atong mapa. 104,929 cases since the beginning, and that's for Japan, 1,806 deaths. One thousand 1,806 deaths. 1,806 deaths. Og ngari kita sa Singapore, 50,000 plus man Singapore. 58,043 cases. 58,043 cases. Ang global death sa Singapore, unchanged, still 28. Ang deaths sa Singapore, still 28. Wala sila bagong case magkaigsunan. Next, Singapore, South Korea. South Korea, 27,050 confirmed cases. O ang mapa sa South Korea mo ay na-center sa atong world map karon. Here's yellow ellipse. And then total deaths in South Korea merely 475 cases. Pilipinas 7,000 kapin. 475 cases South Korea. And of course, ang last na to is Taiwan. The US Taiwan. Ay, nasubos tayo. Taiwan cases 569. 569 cases sa Taiwan. And so far, global deaths 7 only. Last sila namatyan was May 11, 2020. May 11, 2020. Yun na eh. Ay, Pilipinas. Ang Hong Kong, pangitaan to sa mapa. Hong Kong should be around here. Okay, correct. Dari ang Hong Kong. Cases sa Hong Kong, 5,355 cases. Still unchanged. O deaths nila only 106 cases. Deaths sa Hong Kong. Okay. Maka na ang atong comparative data sa mga neighboring countries in Asia with high population density for their capital cities, and yet those cities will perform way better than most of the countries in the world. These are cities which did not have a transportation lockdown, did not have an economic lockdown. They only shut down some of their entertainments and resorts. But even in Hong Kong and Singapore, the entertainment and resorts and restaurants have already opened again. So, mana atong updates. Ang atong insight ana, take away, the Philippines had a wrong COVID strategy, still has a wrong COVID strategy. All right. Kumusta diha mga kaigsunan? Okay. Wilson Herrera, Lutherian Hernando, all the way from Toledo City, loud and clear. Anita Avenido, watching from San Isidro, Talisay. Nikki in Humbry, Niger background. And I hope there's already some updates regarding the election in the US. Atong discussion, Anita. Doris Maturan, good evening, Attorney GT, watching your program from Cordova. Loud and clear kayo. So, wala, dili day nga, nagsulti ta nga, wala audio. Benji Estrelioso, grabe SG, ABS-CBN. Benji Estrelioso, watching from Hagubiao. Rika Tangkay, Felipe Menyoza from Talamban. Molly Blando Tacaldo, General sa unang General Blando, watching from Decafor, Bangka, Lapu-Lapu City, Silingan. Oni Albarazin watching from Argao. Okay. Salamat sa inyong pagkuhan ko. Join. Okay, kumana itong COVID updates. All right, balik atong audio. Election 2020 results makaigsunan ngari kita sa something updates sa kuan. Okay, tempo ha. Updates kita makaigsunan dira. Itong updates. Saan naman ka? Si Rex Warren namina po nato karon. Ngari kita sa election 2020 sa United States. Updates. Yes. Yeah. Here is, where are you? There. Headline. Isa ka? Kiriyo ka? Kini. Yes, where are you? Tara. Ah! Ano man ka? Kini. Na magkasi babaon ta. Di man ka mo pagawas. Oh, tara. Okay. Okay, maklaro ang sa presidential official results sa Electoral College sa United States. Money official results here. 253 si Biden so far. 214 si Trump. Pero nanay mga analysis nga leading na si Biden nga niabot na siya 264 electoral votes ito ng tanawon. Pero kini ang gikan dani sa Electoral College so far murag official ni sila nga kuan based on the results. 253 electoral votes for Biden, 214 for Trump, and you need 270 votes to win. Mas those 270 si Biden. But Trump won in more states. But Joe Biden won more electoral votes. Okay, for example, California, 55 electoral votes in California. Ano, bali na nagtulo ka state? California. Sa Senate race, ang Democrats 47, ang GOP 48. Sa Senate race, Democrats 47, GOP 48. Ay pasabot na naman kay igsunan nga usaray labaw so far sa Republican Party sa ilang control sa Senate. Now, of course, there are 100 U.S. senators, 100 U.S. senators, 2 from each, or 2 for each, or 2 from each state. So there are 50 states, 2 senators sa Senate. Sa House of Representatives, ang Democrats 226 seats so far, and the Republican Party has 209 seats. Well, sa pagkakaroon today, before the election, it is the Democrats that controls the House of Representatives, the HOR of the US. But for this election, mura og nakuhaan ang mga Democrats og nadugangan, siguro nadugangan 5 or 6 Republican Party, which is surprising for most people kay, you know, expected sila nga dili na mo kuan sa party ni Trump, hindi na mo support sa party ni Trump. So mo ni ang mga states makaigsunan nga 253 ang electoral votes ni Biden, total Trump only 214 votes. So kanang red on kang Trump, kang blue on Democrats, kang Biden. As you can see, Trump has more red states than Joe Biden's blue states. Trump has won more states but with lesser electoral votes compared to Biden, because each state has a particular electoral vote or a weight sa iyong weighting function. So na ay mga gitawag nato og swing states. First gitawag na battleground states. And the battleground states mo ni atong ron markahan ron mo ni battleground states. So na mag-drawing taning drawing tablet atong pen. So mo na siya ang battleground states, and mo ni summary so far kinsay nakadaog. Sa Texas, ang nakadaog si Trump. Florida ang nakadaog si Trump. Ohio ang nakadaog si Trump. Iowa ang nakadaog si Trump. Sa Michigan ang nakadaog si Biden. Minnesota ang nakadaog si Biden. Sa Wisconsin ang nakadaog si Biden. New Hampshire ang nakadaog si Biden. So these are what are called the battleground states. Now, ang mga unknown entities. Pay siguro. Ang Pennsylvania 89% ang votes. Trump is leading by a slim margin. Muna siyang uncertain pa because the race is so tight, the margins, the difference between the two candidates are so small that they could still change with the arrival of the early voting or absentee voting ballots. Georgia, still uncertain. Trump has a very small edge. North Carolina, with 95% votes already counted, still uncertain, too close to call. Manitawag nila sa US, too close to call. Trump leading by a very small margin. Arizona, with 86% of the votes counted. Arizona, 86% of the votes counted. Biden is leading. Biden is leading. Finally, Nevada with 86% vote counted. Biden is leading. Kung madaog ni Biden ang Arizona, Nevada, goodbye. Murag siya na yung makuhaan ani, ang presidente, makaabot na siya 70 electoral votes. So wala karon ang status sa battleground, itawag lang battleground states. Klaro ba atong annotations yun ha? Itong drawing tablet eh. Yan klaro. Alright, so these are called the battleground states. Okay. The battleground states. Kumusta mo diha? Asal ganito ni Dara. Yes, okay, si Kimbro, win ka ang election. Actually, Kimbro, nagawa sa ning Pennsylvania, Nevada, daog na ni. So, we're talking about probably overnight. Renato Baguio, salamat sa update sa US election. Okay. Kanas luyo ba sila? Aquarium na jit. Hindi na aquarium. Ay, these are videos taken deep down under the sea. Okay. Ngarita sa US election. Kini. Ano mga? Okay. Ang ilang prediction makaigsunan karon nga si Biden already has control of 264 electoral votes and Trump has control of 214 electoral votes. So they're expecting that Biden would get 270 electoral votes. In that case, Trump would get 268 electoral votes. So, diferensya na duha ka electoral votes. In case anak ka tight ang race, it's possible it's that way. Kana kung 270 rin makuha ni Biden, kung wala pa si Biden sa 270, umulower po na kang Trump, no? Marami siya liver, siso. Ano to ning mga ubang projections. So, okay. Mereka ito sa patang headline sa doy. Ito pa na headline. Ini nasa ka headline. Yes. Yes. Okay. Nasa ka headline sa India. Unya, by the way, sa mga headlines, okay. So, ngarita. Let's go. Okay, si Joe Biden 264 ang ilang projected rin sa Osaka sites specializing in the exit polls. Joe Biden already has control of 200, their estimate 264 electoral votes, Trump 214 only. Now remember, ang official karon is just 253 electoral votes for Biden. And in this statistics done by survey experts, ilan ang gihatag ang Arizona ngadto ni Biden here, og ang Nevada leading in favor of Biden. Of course, ang Michigan here, nganong wa ka mo update? Why? Nganong down wala? Nganong ka mo update, ha? Asar ka? Uy. Here I am. Nga naman ka? Mawa man kay update. O di lang ka mabasa? Di lang mabasa lagi di ay dara. Biyaan na day. Nabiyaan ra. Ano mo kasabot sa ang gipanulti? Okay. So Biden 264 electoral votes according to this think tank, this survey specialists, and Trump only has control of 214 electoral votes. Now, wapay results Arizona makaigsunan, but in this survey firm, ilan nagyatag ang Arizona to Biden, and Arizona covers 11 electoral votes. 11 electoral votes. Arizona. Para maklaro, pero kiyatag na sa mga survey firms to Biden. So, manang 254 na himo ng 264 for Biden. Okay. So, mana siya. diri ang nganong gihatag ning Arizona to Biden is because of this one. 50% sa Arizona in favor of Biden, 48% in favor of Trump. However, the ones that are being counted now are the mail-in ballots, and most of the mail-in ballots are registered Democrats. So, the counting in Arizona will only result in more numbers for Biden. Ano ilang argument yan. Okay? So, tanawa sana ninyo ng mga resulta diya, ha? Okay, welcome back. Si Francis Ingalls, ingon siya, pang world class yun ka kuya, nindot unta kung si Trump modaog. Si Epifania Palikod, good evening GT, amping permi. Og ni Hana Baklayan Bongkaras, good evening, naminaw ko na to. By the way, makaigsunan ha, wanang pasubo din na to sa kamatayon ni Mr. Victor Cortez, igsuon ni Mayor Jonas Cortez. Of course, namatay to 40 days ago, kay karon ang hubkas man 40 days karon. And dali 40 days sa dito. Yeah. Unya subo sa iyang naibilin nga asawa nga si Ma'am Cheryl Cortez o yung anak si Carla o si Angel. Si Carla nurse, si Angel abogada. Okay, itatag some updates, itatag updates sa kuan. Again, scenes. Oops, balik ka dali. Sama. Okay. na lang na pa shortcut hotkeys eh. Kaya ako hotkeys ani. Alright, so again, depende sa mga poll results inyo makitaan. Mga news headlines makaigsunan atong ibaw ninyo. Arizona's Secretary of State doesn't anticipate a recount. Mana siya. Diwa siya mag-anticipate o recount. Arizona Secretary of State doesn't anticipate a recount. Ningon siya, our recount margins are very narrow. So I don't think we're going to get to that territory. Kaya matud pa niya, a recount in Arizona is automatically triggered if the margin is within 0.1% of the total votes. A recount is also triggered according to state law if the margin is 200 votes or fewer and that the total is more than 25,000, or if the margin is 50 votes or fewer and the total doesn't exceed 25,000. There's no set deadline for the completion of an automatic recount. Recounts may not be requested. Matod pa sa Secretary of State sa Arizona, si kuha ni siya, Katie Hobbs, bye. There are just 350,000 votes left to be counted across Arizona, including 300,000 in Maricopa County, which accounts for nearly 2/3 of the state's registered votes. So 300 sila. 300,000 sa Maricopa. Diba? With 86% of the expected vote reporting in the Grand Canyon state, Biden is leading there by 50% compared to Trump's 48%. As the Trump campaign files lawsuits to stop voting in Georgia, Pennsylvania, and Michigan, Hope says she doesn't see any legal path for them to bring a challenge in Arizona. There is nothing wrong with continuing to count ballots after Election Day. We've never finished counting ballots after Election Day. I'm not really sure what they would challenge legally. Matud pa sa ilang Secretary of State sa Arizona. Isog sad sila. Uy. Usa ka electrical naman. Kasi nito naman sigurado na to ang microphone na wala niya. Okay. Kuan. Na sa Connecticut worker kono being tested positive for the coronavirus, election worker. Trump's lead in Georgia shrinks to just 18,540 votes. Kuyawan niya eh. Ha? Ang Trump's lead in Georgia shrinks to just 18,540 votes. Kuyawan ko na. Sorry. The margin between Trump and Biden in Georgia may kupos siya even more kaganina makaigsunan as thousands of additional votes were counted sa Fulton County, which is the most populous county in the state of Georgia, which continues to process and tabulate ballots. Trump's hold onto his lead in Georgia now holds only 18,540 votes, and there are about 7,500 votes left to be counted in Fulton County. It's unclear how many remain outstanding nationwide. Statewide. So, kumawa niya ang Georgia, nasa niya. Ang military votes o overseas ballots must be received by Friday to be counted in Georgia's race, while provisional ballots must also be processed by Friday. By the way, every state mangod ay daghang rules, nailang rules on early voting and absentee voting. So wala sila standard federal, so every state has its own. Mana gusto mo mag-statehood ang Pilipinas? Federal. There are no mandatory or automatic recounts in the peach state. A candidate may request a recount if they lose by less than 0.5% of the total votes cast in the race. The deadline to request a recount is 2 business days after statewide election results are certified. Dito ni sa state of Georgia. Nandito ang headquarters sa Coca-Cola. Ug matud pa ni Senator Amy Klobuchar, Democrat ni siya, sa Minnesota. He said the American people shouldn't be concerned that some states are still counting ballots. These states that are late counting We expected this, and Pennsylvania and Wisconsin, they don't start counting until the day of the election. We have to allow democracy to work. Matod pa niya. Okay. Nag-iuban nga dili ipa-count. Ang Michigan's Secretary of State ningingon, ang Michigan Secretary of State mingon nga Trump's lawsuit is meritless and frivolous. Meritless pa, frivolous pa. Matod pa sa Secretary of State nga babae gyapon ha, si Jocelyn Benson, I see this as a meritless, frivolous lawsuit that's just an attempt to sow seeds of doubt in our election process, which is quite secure, quite accessible. As an election law attorney for the better part of 2 decades and former dean of a law school, I am very familiar with how to ensure our procedures comply with the law. We've worked hard to make sure every single vote counts. The lawsuit filed on Thursday na to, in Michigan State Court demands vote counting to stop until courts can enforce rules that permit campaign observers to watch the ballots being opened and counted. The Trump campaign has not produced any evidence of cheating, but has alleged that poll watchers were being denied close-up access to observe vote counting at locations dito sa Detroit, Michigan. With 99% vote reported in Michigan, Biden currently leads with 51% vote, while Trump has 48%, so difference of 3%. The results you see out of Michigan are quite near complete, if not fully complete. I don't expect any major changes in any of the totals. So man ang Michigan gihatag ni gud nila sa mga survey analysts, gihatag ni gud nila ngadto ni Biden. Iyaw sa ni sila na. As of this morning na dito ha, gabi na to ron, there are close to 50,000 votes left to be counted in Georgia, according to the Office of the Secretary of State of Georgia. There were no further immediate details. Sa laing bahin, dito sa Bucks County, Pennsylvania, it has 20,000 mail-in ballots left to count. Maka-process mo sila mga 3,000 per hour. Bucks County, which is north of Philadelphia, has about 28,000 ballots left to count as of Thursday morning nila nato, karon Friday afternoon nato. And they should wrap up today sa Pennsylvania. Public sa kuan niya, sa Bucks County niya, din sa entire Pennsylvania. Ang ilang public information officer sa Bucks County nagingon nga the county has counted more than 356,000 votes with Joe Biden at 177,019 and Trump at 173,467 votes. The total includes all votes cast in person at the country's 304 voting precincts, plus more than 129,000 mail-in and absentee ballots so far. Razor thin margins ang nagseparate ni Biden o ni Trump in these so-called uncalled states. That means too close to call, so wala lagi called, uncalled. The 6 states which are really close are Alaska, Arizona, Georgia, Nevada, North Carolina, and Pennsylvania. Although, based on analysis, ang Arizona with 11 electoral votes ngadto na ni Biden. Muna nga ilang estimate ron, instead of 253, Biden now has 264 electoral votes, while Trump still has 214 electoral votes. 213 electoral votes. Alright, salamat yung pag-iuban ka na kung makaiksunan. Kinsa maning late ng message din nato. Si Mary Ann Baya, si Oni Albarazin, o katong kaganina si Dongski, si Hana, si Epifania, si Ingalls, si Baguio, si Kimbro, si Rex Warren, Manila Barasin, si Molly Blando Takalo. So, thank you. Good night. Kini si JD Benz. JD Benz sa episode ilan na episode daghan naman kita episode na di na mo kabasa kung saan yung episode nga. Night gamay ka itong mga episode episode 34 episode 34 of the Benz Nightshow, November 5, 2020. Thank you and good night. Hope to see you tomorrow.